Obviously, future Homer, as you're watching this, probably a year from now, 6 months from now, as you know, our greatest regret so far was hurting the person that mattered so much to us and still does so much. Wait, is that a grammatically correct sentence? Around October 22nd, 2023 last year, I made a series of tweets regarding my current stance on the possibility of me getting into a relationship. Here is what I said, quote unquote, I believe I'm better off appreciating beautiful flowers from afar than picking them off. This is not new. You've probably heard a variation of this somewhere. From a more personal level, I said the following words that I didn't know I was capable of saying out loud. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to hurt myself. And most definitely, or most importantly, I hate to bear the thought of me hurting someone I genuinely fell in love with. Boom. There's your answer within 4 minutes. One of the many reasons I was hesitant of going out with someone is when I really like someone, the first thought that comes into my mind is that I should spare this girl, this innocent girl who's living a peaceful life and minding her own business, from myself. This complicated blob of whatever the heck. I don't want to self-deprecate anymore because I know it's not healthy. Became like my dad. I became like a complete asshole like him. I employed manipulation tactics because I was going back to my old logical, oh, I'm a Koji, or again in layman's terms, oh, I'm a mastermind, I am 10 steps ahead, Homer or something. I know I'm getting rid of that. It's not healthy and it's terrible. It's not attractive at all and it's not great. And fourth of all, I've said some hurtful things because of that intent of manipulating for the better good or what you think is better for them, which is completely wrong in the first place. Fifth, I practically lost my test or my challenge of the whole test your patience, test your emotional maturity, test your emotional intelligence, because I was completely being childish. Not childish in a sense where I was not facing reality and arguing like a, like a dick or whatever, but I was there, but the way I was handling things, it wasn't as great as an adult would have handled it. I know that somebody like grade 11 and perhaps even grade 10 Homer would have handled that situation far better than whatever the heck I did. When I think I combusted, I think my what did I say, wouldn't necessarily say patience, not patience towards the person, but the patience towards my method, because I knew it was working, like it was great, but it doesn't mean it's gonna work out well. It's gonna work out well for the both of us, but that wouldn't necessarily mean for the both of us together. I wasn't seeing results, so I changed up my strat and went for brute forcing and trying to go for this reverse psychology, oh, I'm so self-aware type of approach. And it's 3 a.m. Homer and I'm editing the video and I just wanted to add something. Just try to win someone's empathy and pity by talking down on myself. That's one of my fallbacks that I rely on whenever things go south or when somebody doesn't see me the way they used to see me. It was pretty effective, but that doesn't make it right, and I very much regret it, and I'm about to fall asleep. It's empathy by trying to belittle yourself and you try to seek their validation because you want them to say certain things about you, and one way of doing that is trying to kick yourself down to the ground hoping that they would pick you up. It's pretty disappointing. So I don't want to hurt people, but this is life, so I knew at some point that would happen. But what hurts me the most is that this is someone I genuinely fell in love with and I hurt them. And I hurt them without me knowing because I thought it was love. Love is suffocating. And I don't say that with the intent of deprecation whatsoever. That is pure judgment of myself, like objective observation. That's it. My love is suffocating and I need to fix that. I was able to set aside the obstacle of me being not lovable. I set that negative mindset aside, but I completely missed the other side, like the second part of it, which would be if you were prepared to love somebody. And we have different interpretations of love, and the way I expressed it, although it was, to be honest, it wasn't bad, in certain aspects. I think overall it was pretty patient, it was kind. I know I'm biased, but hey, that's one thing for me to just, to be positive about. But there are caveats. Said it herself that it was suffocating, and I have to take note of that, and I did take note of that, and I'm still taking note of it. I just want to appreciate flowers from afar, but what I completely missed was that, what if I was a garden? Like, I was the garden and I was visited by like a bee or a butterfly. Like, I made a poem one time for her, like she was a butterfly or something, or a bee, I'm not really sure. Let's just say she wandered in my garden, found it interesting, found it beautiful somehow, even as twisted as it was or is. There was an invisible gas that just suffocates its visitors, and I don't know, perhaps I'm just not cut out for this love thing. I know it's unhealthy, I know it's pretty negative, but we can't lie like Homer. It's the truth. You've loved somebody so much you've hurt them. And I'm gonna end the video with that. You've loved somebody so much that you've hurt them. Remember that. And remember that well. So yeah, that's it.